Right. Seems like we're back. If so, I wonder how long for. Let's see. We'll get to playing, and then however long we stream for, I guess, innit? Hello again, ASR. um, yeah. Am I so? Anyway, I was gonna say right when I said am I tripping, it was because when I looked to the right, am I bugging or is the view like this? It's tilted. Like it's not like it looks like it's tilted, right? It's not straight. Like that's not just me tweaking. Like I look forward, it's fine, and I can look like backwards, it's fine. But to the side, it's like I'm leaning forward. That's not me. Now I am playing on windowed mode, right? So it could just be like, wait, is Mark on the tail lights? Nah. So it could just be an effect from that, but I don't think it is. And also, the rain has come and gone like twice in the past little while that we've been here. And look, and now the sun's come back. It's been doing that the whole time. Anyway, let's see how things move. Where's my power? Where's my power? It could be look, and now the rain's back. It could be the weather mod maybe, but then I'm not using that though. Right, power controller off, brakes to running. Now let's start applying some power. It's not moving. You have to pay for the power. Is there like a... Alright, let's try it now. Let me restart it. And if the stream crashes again, I'm just gonna call it there. It's just not meant to be. Cabin changeover switch. Where's that located? I don't. I don't recall using that before. Oh, the AWS. I didn't even turn that on. Start. I forgot about the other one. The one that's hidden away somewhere. There's something here in it. Or did I already enable that via keybind? think I enabled it already. Someone search for those hidden switches their entire lives and never find it. I just hope I've got power. Right, markers on. Headlight on. Warm air switch on. Give me that warm air. But these are bright. The second issue is going to be dealing with the weather. I'm certain it's going to be some of the weather mod stuff. You know, so before it was just real weather, right? In the new update, they've made it so that you've got historical weather, so you can have weather for a certain date that you're in the game, and it will like do it somehow. Just kind of sick. The amount of pings today is diabolical. My line light is on, so we have got power. $14 pings for what, Nabil? Sorry. I can't have the weather doing this, man. I can't have the weather doing this. It's just a little bit annoying, obviously. Off stream started? Really? For YouTube or for Twitch? Twitch and YouTube notifications. That is very strange. So you guys kind of understand what I was dealing with then. And how does the guy do it, Wayne? I hope it's not as bad. I hope it's not as bad as the guy that killed his Porsche. Oh, what was it? Carrera. A track. I forgot what track it was. It was one in the UK. But there's a video of it. He's just driving. Is driving the Porsche in the worst way possible on the track, and he ends up blowing the engine. Oh my god, going into first gear is diabolical. I can't do this with the weather just tweaking out. Black screen time. I'm just gonna I'm gonna remove the weather mod completely. Question is, where is it? UE4SS? Yes. TSW weather mod. Just delete that. Fuck. Okay. To be fair, as cool as it is, I don't do it's more for like just regular timetable runs, which I don't really do. I just do journey mode stuff. So I won't be losing out on a great deal. Has he said how long he's been doing that for, Win? Like how many years he's been driving? That's insane. I rarely ever engine brake. I don't think it's got a huge advantage, does it? Yeah, yeah. I find it a little bit annoying. Maybe it's because I'm not really like I don't use it often. But I find it hard to measure. Like I can never brake smoothly engine braking versus regular braking. It's always like rough a little bit when I try to engine brake. The only time I do it somewhat often is when I'm turning. When I'm taking a turn. I mean, yeah, of course ASR it does. But at the same time, I feel like you're only gonna see a major difference if you do what that guy was doing and engine braking every single time. Okay. Okay, bozo. Engine braking is good when going downhill. Yeah. Saving on the brakes by having to buy a new clutch every year, right? That is insane. Is it possible to engine brake in an auto? Like, what if you're going downhill? You're going down like a mountain pass, downhill mountain pass. How would you brake to like? How would you slow the car down to not cause damage to the engine? I think if it is a mod causing that weirdness with the tilting, I know what it is. I know exactly what mod it is. It's gonna be the well, I assume it would be the camera position one, the cab cam one. Um, because usually when I'll install a mod, I will go through the whole list and look for any doubles. But I'll be honest, I haven't done that in a while, and maybe I'm paying the price for it. Although low key, no, it's not that. It's not that. Interesting. Um, Could it be this? No. Okay, well, I don't know what it is. Right. Uh-huh. DSD, that was it, I think, usually. Everything else is set properly. Hello, LZ. What? LZ, what are you saying? Take me back to the days when you just come on smoke. Bro, is the weather thing still happening? So it didn't even have anything to do with the mod. Is it just this thing that's bugged, this scenario? I gotta reread it. No, I don't. I've read it twice. I don't need to read it again. That isn't a bit on YouTube, yes. No, you gotta break that down, man. Break that down for all of us right now because... What? I feel like it's one of those things, those memes where like... You know what's strange though, yeah? Sorry, I completely took away from the thing, but the weather... Okay, see how the weather for these ones is like... There's wetness, there's snow, there's fog density, etc, etc, etc. You go to this one, it's there. You go to that one, they're there. You go to this one, it's... Hold on. That one there. On this one, they're all nothing. They're all just like nothing. How have I not done these? Why haven't I done these? I've got 4 things I haven't done in Boston Worcester. I guess we're going to MBTA. I turn off region braking. It's annoying whenever I drive an electric car. What do you mean when it wants to, Wayne? Don't tell me it's got like a mind of its own. That's horrendous. State the reason for what, Nabil? Why you're on YouTube? Bro, I cannot believe this, man. MBTA. Is it scenarios? I'm gonna have to change the title now. Yeah, it's just scenarios. How have I not done this? I've done the scenarios though. I did this. Huh? Did I not do the scenarios? I'm not looking forward to these scenarios. They're going to be trash. Where's my thumbnail for MBTA? Yeah. Bro, there are so many weird things going on. There are so many weird things going on. I can't believe it. I don't know what's going on today. Should I just stop streaming? I don't understand. When I'm not in eco mode, I'm not supposed to. Oh, the 48-volt battery. That's the main car battery, right? The main vehicle battery. I mean, if your car's doing it often, maybe it needs a battery change. It's a fine Monday for a marathon. Get the spectators into Boston in good time to watch the marathon and enjoy the Patriots Day festivities. Nabil's on YouTube because was it because you're downloading something on and it's affecting your TikTok, your Twitch? Let me quote you precisely. Twitch is not working properly as you're downloading something at the same time, yeah. It's Patriots Day, and that means Marathon Day in Boston. You've been tasked with bringing this extra revenue service into action to take people from Framingham into Boston South to enjoy the day's festivities. Start your locomotive from Cold and head towards Framingham as an empty revenue service. You will then call out all stops to Boston South. The weather is terrible this morning, although it is set to clear in time for the race. I didn't even need to uninstall that bloody weather mod, man. Quite fond of that one. Cold start, baby. Haven't had to do this in a while. Now move to the cab car and set it up for an immediate departure, Boston bound. The normal car battery is 12 volts and the 48 volt battery for the start. Oh, okay. Right, so this is going to be the back, right? This is the rear, so I need to set the tail lights on. Front marker lights are on. Is that the one? Yeah. YouTube, under these circumstances, serves as a more reliable alternative. Love it. Who would have thought? Well, at least we've got Restream back, so now we can see YouTube chat, and YouTube chat can see Twitch chat. It's been a minute. Taking a bath. I haven't had a bath in so long. I have a bath like once or twice a year these days. It would be nice to just soak. Not every day shower. Carlisle hasn't changed a bit. I honestly don't know. I can't say I've ever been to Carlisle before. Would love to be able to say. Right, Wayne. Moroccan bath. What, Hambam? There's one in London that I wanted to. There's like a luxury one in London. I wanted to gift it to my mum for her birthday a couple of years ago. I've only been to one once in my life. If an incident such as a crash or derailing occurs, it will clearly be the unmistakable sign to stop. To stop what? The stream? To stop TSW? Is there any change in like quality and like visual quality of the stream compared to previously? Streaming. Noted, thank you. Can't see any. Okay, cool. Thank you. Oh my god, I was gonna cancel. I need to cancel my Streamlabs subscription now. I'm not paying for something that doesn't work. What a shame, man. I really don't get it. It was work. Like, how can something that just be working just stop? Just stop working for no reason, no apparent reason. Oh, snap. Whoa. What? I have my thing set to auto. It's meant to auto change my switches. What are you doing? Where am I even meant to go? It just shows my train. Where am I actually meant to go? Give up this career. Where am I meant to go? This is Framingham track 2. Where's Framingham track 2? Will it show me once I've moved back a little bit? I'm pressing circle. I'm pressing circle. Why are you beeping? Where do I go? It says 19 miles over there. Why is this track not blue? Bro. Why is it just beeping? Oh, hell no. Are we still going backwards? Where's the one in the simulgraph was that you gotta ask Matt, man. You gotta ask Matt to come and explain himself. Get out of my face, please. Oh my god. Bro, nah. I'm trying to cancel this thing, yeah? It's taking me so far through 4 different... Hey, but there's this. Continue cancelling. Oh, hey, but there's that. Continue cancelling. Oh, hey, but wait. You must have missed this. Bro, I want to cancel my subscription. I don't want anything. Leave me alone. I've made my decision. How can it be so difficult? What video is that? Wait, no, I don't know that video. Yes, thank you, Nabil. I will consider implementing your method. Thank you. Thank you for your generosity and your kindness and helping. Thank you. I don't get it, man. Apparently, regular OBS was meant to be easier in the system in terms of performance. I don't see it. I honestly don't see it. I must be having a completely different experience to everyone else. And then even for like... even the performance issues I was having with Streamlabs, apparently I was the only one that was having them. No, it's disgusting, Wayne. In a way, it's almost a form of dark pattern, in my opinion. Stuff like that and dark patterns are on the same boat, in my opinion. I don't mind one prompt. One. Because naturally, of course, you know, you're going to at least try and make an attempt at keeping business. No problem. But 4. I'm going. I don't even know if that was the last one. I didn't even go past the 4th one. So it's at least 4. At least. I'll give them a chance, though. Because if I'm going to be fair, I haven't actually spoken to the technical support yet. So maybe speaking to them will resolve the issues I was having with the stream not actually streaming. If they can't help me, then I'm out. It sucks that restream sucks. I mean, it's working fine now, but I stopped using it for a reason. And it sucks even more that it was fine before. It was actually fine. And then one day they just ran... I logged onto it and everything was different. They changed the whole website. All of a sudden the connection wasn't as... Not strong, but like... Now it would sometimes work, sometimes not work. Why? It was fine. I hate it when companies will change something that doesn't actually need to be changed without actually rhyme or reason. Just for the sake of it. Changes that nobody's actually asked for. Wayne, I didn't even know those ones existed until my missus came across one recently. I couldn't believe it. Disgusting. I don't even know how that stuff is legal, to be completely honest with you. I'm sure there are laws against that kind of thing. Does not mirror the experience of Ubisoft. Ubisoft support just doesn't exist. It's just non-existent. Wayne, I didn't change the stream key. I on my end, I don't change anything. The only reason I would keep logging on to Restream would be to change the titles of the streams, because I could do a different title for YouTube and then another title for Twitch. So I'd keep coming. I'd log on to Restream just to do that. Wouldn't change the keys. Wouldn't change the URL. Nothing. And that's why it was working completely fine. And then one day, I didn't sneeze, Nabil, but thank you. Wait. Some brain rot, like I absolutely love. Like it's made for me. It's a suit that fits. Other brain rot, I don't really have much words for it. Like everything I sent you yesterday, Nabil. That is brain rot beyond the realms of what I know. And I will continue to send stuff like that. Because I won't often send reels, but when I do, I was gonna say be ready, but you can't. You can't be ready. That's a change of tone. I was expecting the oh, please don't ever do that again. This is a new one. You've changed. You've become more accepting. I saw a video where I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was the Champions League, and then they had that song playing, but obviously the actual one, and like it's impossible for me to hear it without hearing all the other stuff, all the ad libs. Yo, what is wrong with my West Coast Main Line South, man? What's happened? What has actually happened? Hello, EXE. What's the challenge in this game? Well, the challenge in this game is to drive a train from point A to point B. That is the challenge. There are tens of different trains, tens of different routes, and if you can master all of them, then good for you. You've mastered the challenge. Just don't actually go into the challenges that the game will give you, because they're not really challenges. Don Pollo is a legend, man. Spending as much money in the shortest time possible. I'll say what the challenge is. Being patient with this game. Being patient with the devs. The challenge is going through a route and not finding a bug. That's a challenge with this game. Can the train break down? No, but you might. There's no maintenance simulation for the trains. But beware of your mental health. Usually, yeah. I'll tell you what, exe. If you want a challenge, genuinely, go and play. I was gonna say Simro, yeah, but is Simro even a challenge? Actually, no. Yeah, no. If you want to, if you want to challenge around trains, go and play Simro, and go and do some dispatching. I don't know if you have any interest in dispatching, or if you only want to specifically drive trains, but I'll tell you, you have more to deal with than you have on here. Because it's multiplayer and people make mistakes. And delays happen. Tycoon Railroad, I don't really know. I don't think that's a sim game. I don't know much about it. But yeah. My recommendation would be Simro. It depends. It also depends on what sort of challenge you're looking for. Like, cool, you know this is a train sim. So what challenge within that realm are you kind of looking for? But honestly, Wayne, sometimes I really do feel like it's that. Honestly, it's like you have a company that run trains. Okay. No, so this is different. So there's no career mode or company aspect on here. Every route has a timetable, a 24-hour timetable. Well, not every. Yeah, no, every route has a timetable, and you drive according to that timetable. That's basically it. There's not much more to it than that. Does he have like a Wikipedia page or something, Nabil? How do you know this? Open TT. What's Open TTD again? The train can break down. Well, not intentionally, if that makes sense, I guess. Yeah, but it doesn't break down though, ASR does it. It can have issues, but you can fix them. Or just reset the train. But yeah, if you want the closest experience to a breaking down train, then yeah, you spend £36, spent €36 for it. Restream is here, Dommy, so that the YouTube peeps can talk to the Twitch peeps, and the Twitch peeps can talk to the YouTube peeps, or at least see what you're all saying. If you're not looking at the chat on the stream itself, which now I might remove because there's not really much point of it, is there? I'll keep it for now. I've had OBS installed always. I just didn't use it. I don't understand why there is such an emphasis. Why there was such a thing on rain on this DLC. Emphasis. Got it out eventually. Like, you know, okay, cool. Maybe Boston is known for, you know, not so great weather. But does that mean that out of every single scenario and journey mode run, there's only literally a handful of runs on a clear day? Rotisserie chicken. I don't know why I find that funny. The High Seas 101 expert. Is the High Seas 101 expert dummy different to the official one? Just got it the right way, right? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, boys. The way it's looking for Ludwig's barn. If DTG don't drop me a key and call me up and be like, "Hey, we've got you," I might have to revert. I won't even lie. Now, Bill, you've been craving KFC for a minute. Go and bless yourself, man. Go and enjoy. Chickenarian. What? That is not a thing. Chickenarian is not a thing. But then I thought the same about pescatarian. Turns out it's a real thing. You don't have KFC in There's no way. You don't have KFC in City, bro. What an L. What an L. So you got to travel to another city for KFC. Is it just not common in Germany then? Because the only places you won't really find stuff like that in the UK is like actual villages and towns. That all they really have for food is a farm. You know you know when I opened OBS to start using it, I had my birthday thing with my tip jar, and then I remembered the tip jar, the sad tip jar. Only McDonald's and Burger. The fact you have a Burger King and not a KFC is crazy. They want to drain your pockets. Really, Dommy? You don't have a KFC either? That is so sad, man. My heart bleeds for you. I'm talking like I go there often. I really don't. Yeah, Nabil, you're you're the only one. I think was it you or there was someone else as well? I'm not sure. But I know at least for a long time it was only you. I'll never forget that. What do you mean a good one? So you've got a bad KFC and a good KFC. 10 kilometers away. 10 kilometers away. That's not terrible. That's not terrible, I don't think. It's like 5 and something miles, 6 and something miles. Other ones are bits, but no money. Okay. That must have been what it was then. Understand. I understand. I understand. I assume in the area where there's Kentucky Fried Chicken, there's also a lack of... There's a low count of pigeons around. Just by coincidence. Not implying anything. Just a coincidence. I also don't have chat anymore on my monitor. There is an app, I think, that puts your chat on your game, but I don't remember what it was for. I think it's limited to an app. Was it like an Nvidia thing? I think it might be an Nvidia thing. Pigeons are low, yeah. Quite odd that, isn't it? And I'm updating the TSW versus Simro video. Maybe TSW 6? Maybe. I can't be doing it every year, man. I can't be doing it every year. Tinder. I've never used a dating app in my life. Never. I used to be against it. But then I started to understand it. I was like, you know what? It actually does work for people, so why am I going to hate on it? Oh. Well, when you bring up the statistics like that, it kind of makes a lot more sense. Very well. Not the thing or what? I forgot about that. What have you got going on? So we're stopping at location twice for some reason. And we're loading up. Okay, so we're just going to start picking up passengers from Framingham. And then we continue going forwards. It doesn't say switch cabs. Framingham. I really didn't mind Simro yesterday, you know. It felt like a Simro I know, you know. Not that it was suddenly overtaken by Dovetail. Bro was a gangster. What do you mean? Why? I mean, I think that's more of an issue with dating itself, Wayne, in this day and age, rather than one specifically for dating apps. Not to say dating apps haven't played a big part. They definitely have. But I think it's a general mindset, because social media plays a part in it as well. And then all these new, like, you know, like that I hate the popping balloon stuff. The new craze where people do the dating thing with like the balloons in it and they pop them. I hate that. I'm yet to see an actual good one or a meaningful one. They just all seem to be for show, for entertainment. John Graham, the inaugural US Olympic team manager, and businessman Herbert H. Houghton came together in the late 1890s to form the inaugural Boston Marathon, which was run on the 19th of April, 1897. Okay. I didn't expect some random history, but okay. What is it, Nabil? Oh, is it Red Dead that you're downloading? I just put 2 and 2 together. Is there a way to see chat on OBS on the app itself? Because I'm playing in windowed mode CSW, so I got quite a lot of screen real estate that I'm not really using. Yeah, exactly, Wayne. Exactly. So let's say somehow in your region there were mainly majority, vast majority of short guys because of the region, right? You wouldn't really even know that there are guys that are 6 foot, for example, and over. Number two, influence. Even if you did, maybe personally you don't really care. But obviously on social media, it's now become the thing, you know. So now now you feel the pressure that okay, yeah, I need a man that's 6 foot because when I post him, what are people gonna say? It's a bunch of things that have all come together. Thank you very much, Nabil. Much appreciated, man. I'm honored. Um, I await in expectancy for my certificate of acknowledgement, alongside preferably a gold medal. Thank you for your understanding. What DLC came out before MBTA? You know what the weird thing is with that is, Wayne? That we've been hearing that for over a decade about social media. Oh yeah, people will only post this, people only post that. But it's like the issue just continues. I don't know what it is. It's like humans are like happy to just be slaves to sadness and depression and like I don't know. I'm just sucking in like every fake image. I don't know. It's weird. It's all weird. I'm happy that I don't really care much about social media. I'll go in there to entertain myself with memes. Thank you, Nabil. I appreciate the update. Just checks a little thing. What little thing have you checked, Mr. ASR? Memes are the best thing to exist. Absolutely. There's a bid to have a day in LKA Simco Impulse 2 Simulator, which has the tracks included in the article. 102 kilometers of tracks more. When is it a bid to have a day in the simulator? Is it like is it something that the people are just asking for, or is it something that's officially being looked at? As a reminder, you will now call out all stops to Boston South. I'm curious. I'm so sorry if I'm going to trigger your phones. Hey Google, how often does it rain in Boston? Rain falls throughout the year in Boston. The month with the most rain in Boston is October, with an average rainfall of 3.9 inches. I don't know what that means. The month with the least rain in Boston is January, with an average rainfall of 2.2. Okay, so it tends to be wet, but not every day. It doesn't say it rains every day. A bit of an auction. Huh? How is that an auction to spend a day in a sim? Okay, so I guess it is an official thing then. Okay, so roughly about a third of the year. Makes sense. Makes sense. Not too different from the UK. But not every single day. So Matt Pedalston, I pose you the question. Why does it rain every single day in TSW? 210. Is it that deep? 210 euros. It's not. I will answer that question. It's not that deep. I understand it's an auction. I stand by what I said. It's not that deep. If it's for like charity or there's like a deeper meaning behind it, yeah, cool. But if it's solely to spend a day in the simulator, my friend, it's not that deep. Like unless you're crazy, you're like, oh, sitting simulating the train driving experience means everything to you, and it will make you, and it's your life's purpose. Perhaps, maybe, I hear it. Otherwise, it's not that deep. Like 155, yeah, sounds about right. Okay, that's even less of a reason to pay 210 euros for it. Exactly, Wayne. Exactly. I have found some that I want to do later in the year. Some train driving experiences that are like not even a third of that. And there's 100 kilometers more. It's not that deep. You could tell me there's 100 miles more of track in that sim that we don't have in the game. It's not that deep. Like I said, unless this means everything to you, and if it does, then it's likely that you would already have created your own setup at home, like the people that have the DIY stuff with the controllers and stuff like that. If you're not passionate enough to have done that already, it's not that deep. It's difficult to justify it. That's what I'm saying. It's very difficult to justify. If you've got money to burn and, it's worth it to you, to whoever's bidding, I'm happy for you, man. At the end of the day, I can't take that away from you, but, I personally find it hard to justify. Not saying it will be a sick ass experience. It definitely will, especially it being in an actual, like a proper sim. Like it being in an actual like train sim thing. But 200 euros. At that point, dedicate some time and brain power and study to be an actual train driver. And you'll be doing that for real for the rest of your life. $20 is a lot to be driving a steam train. You guys already know I don't really care much for steam, but I can appreciate that would actually be a really cool experience. I found one where you drive a pacer. And then I came across another one where you drive like BR stock, like different ones. There's trains I've never even heard of before. Not bad prices as well. Oh my god! I thought that little bit was the whole station. I was gonna be like, where on earth is this Or how? Whoops, I didn't mean to unlock the left side. Okay, they didn't actually open. Also, so this is I've actually gone past the stop marker. Is the train fully in the station? Just about. And that's of me going past the stop marker. Actually, no, it's not. This door isn't. I mean, what sort of info would you be interested in, realistically, ASR? At the basic level, it's going to be tracks and stations and dispatch posts. Like, is there anything other than that that would be cool to have in the game that, for example, that exists there in real life? Wayne, has that come from um disappointment? Being disappointed by game releases and DLC releases, or has that just been your default state of mind? I mean, to be fair, to be honest, yeah, so I'm not even gonna bother to read this. To be honest, yeah, that's where the fun is for me. Knowing that okay, we're gonna have 100 kilometers more, so cool. We're gonna have some longer journeys, some extended routes, etc., etc., etc. And unless there's some like really cool thing in the tracks or in the environment that exists in real life that we don't know if we're gonna get in the game or not. That's really it for me. Obviously, it would be good to know if we get any new stock with the DLC. Fair enough, Wayne. Yeah, it makes sense. Throw it in the microwave. Nuke it. I should get one myself, to be honest, but I don't know how much longer I'm going to be streaming for. It's a shame, man. We lost like what 2 hours in just rubbish, but it's all good, man. One way or another, it's for the best. Just pull the trigger is wild. My sound keeps coming and going. That is crazy. That is crazy. Isn't that like a third of what we already have in the game? What Wayne asked as well. We've already got a lot of forest that we cut through, to be fair. 142, Dommy. Uno cuatro dos. I keep losing sound in my headphones. It keeps going and coming back. I don't think it gets caught on the stream, thankfully. But it's really annoying. You got used to it. It's not quite enough on the stream though. I've got the levels open in front of me. Or is it coming through as well? Yeah, no surprise, Nabil. It was okay when I was doing it directly from Streamlabs, but now I'm using Restream. It's gone back to being a little bit trash. Yeah, you guys can't hear it. I'm gonna change my source to. I'm gonna change my speakers. Oh, it sounds so bad. It sounds so bad. I know it's gone silent for you guys. I'm just trying something. Whoa. Sounds fine to you. Okay, good. So it's my headphones then. It must be. I don't know why today's been such a headache, man. Downtown Vodge. Okay, so we're actually gonna have like a built up area to drive through. Yeah, but Domi, I'm looking at the levels. Like I've got OBS in front of me. I can see the levels, and when it happens to me, the levels don't go down. So you guys can't hear it. You guys can't hear it how I'm hearing it. I think it's Nvidia broadcast. I can't deal with it, man. It's really annoying. I'm gonna change my speakers. That means I'm gonna change it over here as well. Desktop audio. Not that. I honestly much prefer the interface of Streamlabs to compared to the regular OBS. I can't tell whether it sounds more realistic or not. I think it low-key does. Sounds better. Oh yeah, I prefer that. What is my thing doing? Stop tweaking. Why is the door lock thing there? Like my mouse is off the screen completely. Stop tweaking, please, 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 please. Oh, goodness gracious me. No, Wayne, listen, I paid the price for that in my feelings, right? In how hurt I was. I can't believe it, man. And the first thing that came to my head was I should have done what Sap said. Because Sap was like, oh, I just go back to my apartment and then sleep and then come back to him. Obviously not wanting to spoil it. I've obviously not got a clue. And then boom. Game's a game. Hello, CP. Hey, CP. You've been disappearing these days on us, man. How you doing? Good to see you again. It's not a sign, Nabil. It's not a sign. Wait, what do you mean the same thing? Oh, yeah, with Judy. Yeah. Yeah, it's actually crazy, you know. That's actually crazy. Yeah. Tough. Tough. Okay, I'm still having it happen. Not as often, but I'm still getting the audio just disappearing for a second. I'm gonna reconnect my my headphones. What a day, man. What a day. Gone sailing past the stop marker here. At least we ensure the whole train's gonna be in the station this time. Too many tests so well. Good luck, my man. I hope it's going well. Sign counter 37. See you later, Nabil. Enjoy, mate. From a little train ride, nice CP. How was it? The sound is cleaner. I can't really explain it. Smooth as always. Nice. 3-minute delay. Not too bad. Not too bad. Between 1924, there were 6 different lengths for the marathon, ranging from 40 and 42.75 kilometers. Circa 1924, the marathon race distance was standardized for all future competitions at 42 kilometers, 26 miles. I was thinking about doing a marathon yesterday. I've done like a mini one before. I think it would be cool to get running again. I mean, 30 kilometers in downtown sounds good enough, if I'm being honest. I think that's. I think I'd be satisfied with 30 kilometers. Oh no, Wayne. That's a joke you don't make with those people. I look forward to hearing how it went. Yeah, thank you, CP. Go ahead, man. Yeah, a lot of them don't have that understanding that it's a joke. Which, in a way, I can admire because it means that they're very, very passionate about a thing, and it's good to have that passion. But at the same time, I don't know, man. I feel like a lot of them really fit the stereotype. They don't help themselves. I'm tempted to start playing Cyberpunk solo, like with a new from the beginning. But I don't know. At the same time, it's a lot to catch up on. I'm going to try something. If this crashes a stream, I'm very sorry. But if it doesn't, then we can continue. I just want to see what sort of numbers I get if I play in native resolution. If truly, I can't select the game to resize it. There we go. I think, yeah. Just to see how much if OBS does give me better performance compared to Streamlabs. I'm gonna leave everything else on high. I'll just change the resolution for now. And it means I'm back on full screen. It's so beautiful. It genuinely is the ultimate benchmark in a bit. I'm not gonna lie. It's what I go to straight away to test certain things. And that is so important, Wayne. The fact that you can discuss it, and that is what it will be. It will be a discussion, a healthy one, not one where egos are coming through and, oh, you're not allowed to have this opinion and you're not allowed to think like that. This guy is so sick of playing TSW, he's tried everything in his power to make it crash. No, I'm trying to enjoy it more. I'm trying to enjoy it more. And so far, so good. So far, we're still at 60, which is what I get when I'm playing solo. So, okay. The next step will be playing in Ultra. But that's the thing, though. I can be okay now, and then I go and load up Blackpool to Preston, and then everything goes to poo. Let's see. Yeah, no, but I do. It was with a class 47. I remember it. It starts at it's a 1310 class 47 service with the yeah. And I even know what livery I usually use. It's the Intercity one. So that would be the test. If I go on that now, and then we'll see how the game performs. And if looking forward and looking around left and right is okay, then the real test is looking backwards. I don't know what it is, but looking back, finishes everything. Oh, hello, we're stuttering. Oh, hello. We weren't stuttering before. What would you suggest on B? Wait, no, let me hear it. It's unlikely that I will go through with it, but I'm all ears. Man needs to do some talking. They need to do some explaining. He needs to do some explaining. Also, the game should look a little bit clearer to you guys as well. That I've confirmed in my own testing. Even though I'm streaming at 1080p, my resolution that I play with matters. They've brought this stupid thing in which removes the meter, the destination objective distance as I'm nearing the station. What sort of timing was that? Absolutely ridiculous. That's not a bad shout. That's not a bad shout at all. Make him more of like a posh corpo, or have that as his origin, and then play with that sort of mentality as an example. Before he goes wild and starts getting gorilla arms and all sorts of madness. Oh, Dommy, of course. This is a family-friendly channel. We only use family-friendly terms. Bro, the sound is so much better. You lot can't tell me you disagree. I was holding myself back with NVIDIA Broadcast. I feel like my games are gonna be like a completely different experience now. Same on our Discord, indeed. Yeah, Nabil, Rockstar Launcher is it's a piece of work, ain't it? So Fast and Furious. It's all about family. That is the challenge that EXEX was asking about earlier. The challenge is family. The Ubisoft overlay, yeah. Don't EA have one of their own as well? I'm really hoping that there will be like PS5 GTA 6 bundles. But I feel like they're just gonna get scalped. You think they're putting the plug for Origin, really? Yeah, because their thing now is EA Play, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken. So that would make sense. I can't get the break-in right for this. EA stock is at minus 23%. What does YTD mean again? These wipers annoy you. Why? Is it the wipers themselves, or is it the sound? And I just want to confirm, you guys are not hearing any sound drops at all, right? It means I got to work out what's wrong with these bad boys. These headphones cost me £200 plus, you know. I will not accept that they have an issue. I will absolutely abuse the warranty if needed. I've only had them for a little bit over a year. eWolves23, hello, welcome to the stream. From the beginning of the current year to now. So in the last 20 days or so, basically, they're down 23%. Why are they so thin? You know what? Now you've mentioned it, I can't get out of my head. Why? Now I can see it. They look like a chopstick. It's like a one little chopstick just moving across the screen. Minus 20% in 20 days is not great. I wonder why. Is now a good time to buy? Where's Connor? Connor didn't show his face today. Thought he was back for good. I can't say I really care much for these facts. Well, I hope that as long as they continue to push out trash, that's where their company heads. They need to hand over the franchise, the Need for Speed franchise, back to like Criterion or something. Oh, who had it? It was a Criterion. Who had it when it was like, when there was like Need for Speed The Run, that era? No, it was not Criterion, because Criterion had it during the Hot Pursuit era, the second one. And that was a banger. I turned the wiper to 0, and instead of it just going straight back to where it went back and forth, and then parked. What was the need for that? Yeah, I haven't seen a Carter stream in a while. I hope he's doing alright. It's not looking good. Test Drive 2, yeah? One of the best driving games of all time. Without a shadow of a doubt. The amount of hours I put into that game, yeah? And it was worth every second. Without a shadow, indeed. And how you can go from that, after over a decade, to what the new Test Drive is like. If you knew how much I was in love with the first 2 Test Drives here, you'd know how much of how diabolical it is that I haven't got the new one. I had it on my wish list from the first possible instant. I followed all the news. I would literally just Google like the company and the news and what was happening with it like every year, just hoping one day it will come back. That's how much I was on it. And then it gave us trash. I was even part of the testing. I signed an NDA. That was cool. But even it was to the point where even having that what I would have seen as like an honor once upon a time, I think out of 3 or 4 testing sessions, I only participated in 2. And I'll tell you that the game, from what it was in from what it was during testing to what we have now, visually, there's not much different. Not much difference at all. The only thing that was really bad was performance. It was basically almost unplayable if you didn't have a top-end GPU. And so we wouldn't share gameplay, and if we did, we'd get caught. The whole screen said was like a code, a particular code. So like you're playing through that, if that makes sense. But I understand why they did that. Wow, only 36%. Lazy ass test? No, not even, man. I don't know. Like, they had enough people in it. The Discord, there was like thousands of people that were participating in the testing. It's not like I would have made much of a difference alone. So I kind of just let that boat sail. Although I did get an email today. Somebody wants me to take a look at their game that they're developing. It's kind of cool to have the opportunity. I will be an ambassador, Nabil. I rebuke your words. Yeah, typical corporation BS, Wayne. It's a shame. A real shame. Yeah, but I mean more so that stereotype in it, the nasty stereotype. Like they really went down that path, man. I mean, you can have whatever opinion on it you want to have. At the end of the day, realistically, they're still going. They might not be where they were at once upon a time, but they're still going. They're still making money. And as I always say, man, a business will always prioritize that. So, whether the practices are nasty, immoral, whatever, if it makes them money, if it makes them sense, it makes them sense. I really can't get this breaker nailed down. Oh, definitely. Definitely. But the hardcore Need for Speed fans realized very, very, very early on when it started to go downhill. It's just like poo. Maybe like it's a gun-shaped rock. Where the hell did it go? You got spinners. No, you ain't got spinners. What's it called? The rims don't even turn. So by opening the launcher itself and not when playing a game, it will actually update. Simple Gloss doesn't have that feature yet. What do you mean, Nabil, by opening the launcher itself and not when playing a game, it will actually update? Isn't that normal? Is that not expected behavior? I'm happy the rain stops here. Oh, okay. Well, that's annoying because I will always open the game via Steam. Need for Speed, the Crew, but then they update on Steam anyway. Cyberpunk as well has a separate launcher. By GOG. I mean, I've got it installed. I can't say I've used it in the past like 4 months, 5 months. I'll be honest. And I'm not gonna lie, I prefer my. I know there's the little, there's a bit of an advantage to it, but I prefer all my games to be in one platform. Oh, the launcher having an update. Okay. I understand now. I mean, a launcher update is not really important, I don't think. It's more so the game. You're saying it forces the launcher to update. I don't think I've dealt with that before. Or maybe I have. I don't know, but it just hasn't got stuck. And this is the Rockstar launcher as well, right? So expecting it to have at least a bit of quality. It's embarrassing. No online requirement. Yeah, but if a game's on, but say like it's a game that's online only though. It's still gonna be online only though, right? Because like Steam, for example, you can play Steam. You can open up Steam in offline mode and play games there. Like Steam doesn't have to be online, for example, for you to play games off it. What do you mean did my man? Why are you talking like a Londoner? Did my man say play Steam? No, I said play games on Steam. Although it would be riding a horse. I respect it. I think you're gonna enjoy it, Nabi. You're gonna really enjoy it. I'm happy for you getting into it, man. It was one of my favorite gaming experiences in the past few years, to be completely honest with you. No online connection or process check if you actually own the game. Oh, okay. What if, right, on Preston Blackpool, I just set the weather to clear? Would it stay there? Could be worth checking. Take care, Nabil. Enjoy it, man. This audio is therapeutic. To me, personally. And very nostalgic. I think that's where the therapy of it comes from. How do you pronounce that? Wait, I don't want to pronounce it wrong. Is it Deus? Deus Ex? Deus Ex? That game has been around forever. Oh my god, I remember being like a kid. Walking around. Not a kid, but being very, very young. Walking around like a computer store. And not a computer store, but like an electronics store. But I'd go to the game section and I'd see it there. And I'm still hearing it. I'm still hearing the name now. Deus. And I know it's always had quite a big following as well, if I'm not mistaken. So that vouches for it as well in my mind. If they're giving it away, I might as well grab it, innit? I do have Prime. Came out in 2000. That checks out. That checks out. I was 4. I'll bear it in mind. It's definitely not going to be anything I'll be rushing to play. But I'll bear it in mind. I mean, I'll have it there in my library anyway, isn't it? So. That felt good. See you later, Tommy. Have a good evening, mate. I think I'm going to start streaming Train Sim Mode 5 a bit more again. I've kind of neglected it. It's been a big player in growing my channel. Yeah, I saw those as well. I don't even bother to collect the codes for them, if I'm being honest, Wayne. Because I know I'm not going to play them. And yeah, cool, they're free, it might as well. But I know I'm not going to play them, at least not of my own accord. If it's something that gets requested out of the blue a lot, why not? But, man. I feel like I'm a little bit boring when it comes to my my taste in games. Yeah, there is that as well. Yeah, you just never know. You just never know. I got a bunch of Resident Evil games I've picked up during a Humble Bundle. My plan was to stream them, and they're still sitting there waiting to be streamed. Waiting to even be installed even. This was before, like, I grew. When I would have, like, 0 viewers, basically. My plan was to sort of use it. It was a risk, because I know it was an old series, but play through the whole series and see if I could grow a little bit like that. Ooh, that would have been bad. Okay. Was that necessary? I think I've only got one remake. The rest are original. And it wasn't even the full series as well. Well, I didn't get scammed, but I selected the wrong bundle, basically. It was because I played through one of them in VR, and it was a really cool experience. So I thought, oh, you know what, I could get into this. And I'm quite a fan of horror games. Well, quite a fan is a big statement, I think, considering I don't play them. But I played Outlast. I finished Outlast 1. I've watched a playthrough of Outlast 2. I've been open to playing horror games. So it made sense. I've never known you to be an OMSI enjoyer. That's cool to know, though. That's the thing, Wayne. I would try to stream other games. And, you know, like, really try and not just play them once and that was it. But it was Train Sim Worlds that kept bringing in viewership. It was odd. And even right now, today, if I go and play Fortnite, no one will watch it. Nobody. I use Fortnite as an example. When I was playing GTA RP, very, 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 very few are watching that. So, I don't know. It's a weird one, man. It really is a weird one. You know what? Alongside that one service on Blackpool Preston, Frankfurt Station is also a new test for performance. Yeah, fair enough, Wayne. Yeah, fair enough. That's valid. I think that's where my love-hate relationship with OMSI comes in. I do love it. I do enjoy it. But, man, there are a lot of things you have to look past. And I can do it for so long, and then they annoy me too much, and then I don't play it again for a little while, and then I come back to it, and so on and so forth, and so on and so forth. You did well in it. You did well in atrocious conditions to get the people to the marathon. Let's see how you did. Well, they forgot to turn off dynamic weather for that one because although conditions were atrocious, it was only temporarily. Just a gold. I guess that was because of my my stopping performance. No wipers in rain is diabolical. Hmm. That could be why. Yeah, very true, Wayne. Very true. Yeah. Very true. I'm tempted to just try what I said before. Just forcing the weather to like off, basically. Seeing if that will work. But we've only got like an hour left of the stream. So, unless over here there's something we can do. Cutting it tight. What other scenarios do we have? Or I guess I could start that service and then just finish it off stream. If it works. Guess I could do that. Got two 45-minute ones to be fair. Let me try what I said. I know I've changed the whole title of the stream and everything, but let's give it a pop. When you play in one game, you'll make it depend on popularity of that game. I mean, yes. Yes, true. But if you've taken real advantage and have grown your personality and you've made people become a fan of you more than the game, then you've beaten the curve. Because that's another thing that like is part of the whole streaming game. Now, if I force these, if I just force them there and leave them there, will they stay? I hope so. If we crash here, boys, it's been a pleasure. Okay, I'm not at 2 FPS right now, which is good. The forums and discords are done hot from yesterday's stream. Really? Saying what? Good things or bad things? Or both? But you said they're hot, so I would assume bad, right? Wrong police siren sound. That is the modern one. The main thing is 35.99 for 60 kilometers and zero. Yeah, 60 kilometers is diabolical. I'm not gonna lie. Fair enough, you can make whatever excuse you want to make about the lack of trains, but then on top of that, to then only give us 60Ks is crazy. Like I said yesterday, man, I really feel like they're pushing us to kind of see how far they can take the mick, quote unquote. Not that they're intending to take the mick, but you know what I mean. To take advantage of the fact that they can do what they want, and we'll just keep on buying into it. Should have released the brakes before. Oh. %, Wayne. 100%. I do wonder how often these DLCs give you the fun that a game would give you. Honestly, ASR, I know main to ban isn't people's #1 route, but I feel like it had a particular charm about it. I don't know. I mean, I find it quite boring, I'll be honest, but there's something about it that's charming. I don't know. There's something about it. Do let me know if the game's too loud, by the way, because I can no longer see my my levels. You can Cyberpunk plus DLC for the same price. Yeah. Which is crazy to think about, man. Crazy to think about. You can buy Simro for less than Ludwig's, but yeah, there you go. So at the end of the day, it always comes down to, is it worth it for you? Because it's going to be worth it at that price for some people, and it's going to be worth it for others, and it's not going to be worth it for others. The lack of competition definitely has a big part to play. Definitely. There will not be another simulator that offers what Dovetail offers, and people will still be playing. No. Because if you get any other game that's similar to CSW, I'm pretty certain it won't be as buggy. At the very least. At the very least. Like the minute a decent competitor shows up, yeah, it's peak. Even Simro, not being a direct competitor, has already taken some players away from TSW. And the comments on my Simro vs TSW video are quite telling themselves. Can be quite interesting. Yeah, I think they'd really come up with something special. If Microsoft has a serious train sim. If they treated it with the same love and care that they do Flight Sim. Oh, ASR. As for the livery comparisons, yeah, there are no comparisons, man. There are no comparisons. Different league, completely different league. Similar to delivery, just we've had that for a bad delivery, yeah. Well, I can't personally speak to the quality of the deliveries, but I know in terms of value, it's a lot worse on the TSW side of things. E. So it wasn't even like a particular like design was incorrect or anything. It was the whole color, the main thing. You have to Google it, Wayne. I can't tell you myself. No idea. Do you want to know ASR? Do you want to know the answer to your question? Yeah, no, you got it right. Rhetorical. Listen, I've had Amazon recommend me those things without me even going that deep into it, without me even clicking anything by accident. I don't know why, but there was a time when Amazon was showing me a lot of that stuff. I to this day I have no idea why. Start looking at different things, and you'll change the algorithm. I found it works like an algorithm. Very easy to manipulate. Although sometimes, like my sister has used Amazon to like buy like nail products before. This was, I'm talking like 4 or 5 years ago, and I still sometimes get things based on that. Oh, because you bought this. Spin a Tornado, greetings. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. Yes, this is, yeah. I know the title says MBTA, but I initially had an issue with the weather. I don't know whether it was a bug in the game, a bug because of one of the mods I've got installed. So initially I wanted to run West Coast Mainline over SHAP. Ended up doing MBTA, and now I've reverted because I had an idea of how to make it run the way I wanted it to, and it worked. So yeah, we're back on it. Webcams YMCA, what does that even mean? Yeah, Spinner, man, the level of care and passion and genuine hard work and effort put into this map makes it one of a kind. Oh, you're coming in quite hot. A lot hotter than I would like. The sounds are a lot more directional now. Oh, man, NVIDIA broadcast, man. The only thing it really does me good for is webcam stuff and my mic. I'm not going to use it as a speaker output anymore. Oh, frame rate. Is this where things start to go left? I really hope not. It's been smooth so far. But this particular area is always a bit funnier. Then you get into the station and it smooths itself out. Oh, Spinner. We can go on for hours about the rest of the low effort looking DLCs. Whether truly there's been low effort put into them or not, they certainly seem that way. And the annoying thing is, Dovetail can give us good quality DLCs, like they have done it. But it's almost like they choose, they'd rather choose not to. For whatever reason. And alongside that ASR, I know it's been a long-standing point, but just the fact that all we have for the UK is the 66, and there hasn't really been a reason given to us. Like, it's been something that people have been complaining about for years and years, and not once ever has Matt or anyone else from the team come out and said, yeah, we hear you guys, but this is the issue that we're facing with bringing in another, you know, just something, communicate, speak to us, you know, because at the moment it seems like you're just not doing it for the sake of not wanting to do it, but you're happy to give us another 66 and another 66 and another 66. I'll be honest, I'm surprised Skyhook, with all their little packs here and there and their actual genuine good quality of work, I'm surprised they haven't given us a UK freight. Because they've been going quite hard recently with the freight pack stuff. And that's been of good quality. The stuff they've given us has been good quality. Pretty much. Pretty much, man. That's been the pattern. Unfortunately. I'm surprised they haven't made the German 66. Like, that's all that's left. That's all that's left for them to do at this point. Is make the German one. Yes, but no, that's another thing that makes a lot of routes as well, is having all the layers, which sometimes can be a pain in the backside, and I do understand that. But why did you wheel spin? They're in a 0.3% gradient. But yeah, I do understand why people complain about layers, but man, that makes the experience as well. Wait, what song, Wayne? Have I missed something? Yeah, I'm not a fan of those layers, so the layers that don't really make sense and are there just for the sake of it, just for making the timetable a little bit busier. Even on here, Just Trains did that. There's a couple services which have been added for fun, and I don't know, man. I hear it, but just give me what give me what it was as it was in the time period, and I'm happy. That's all I personally ask for. I'm still getting the tilt in when I'm looking from left to right, but at least we don't have to deal with the weather stuff. I'm gonna have another look through my mod files and try and find what's possibly causing that. Oh, I'm. Are there other train sims on the market? Yes. Are they competitors? Not quite. Even Simro, which I would think would probably be the closest competitor, it's dragged some players away from TSW for sure. But it definitely, you know, where TSW really excels, it's like you got German routes, UK routes, French routes, Italian kind of routes, Swiss routes. And obviously US routes. And I think that's where it really excels. Like Simro definitely excels in the realism department. So it's more of a train sim. But then you're limited to one place. It's a big place. A very, very big place. Very big map. But that's it. Yeah, when other country content starts dropping in Simro, then I think we'll be able to truly see how much damage can be done. And then will Dovetail do something about that? That's another question. I don't think so, you know. I think they'll just continue doing what they're doing anyway. I don't think they'll really care. It will just be better for us as consumers. Yeah. TSW definitely still has things that make it better than some others. But I think time is running out for it to be the top dog. Although, the modding community can step up their game even further than they already have and bring longevity into TSW, like with the more recent updates, the weather ones, the real life weather, historical weather, and the possibility in the near future to have a working Ebula. The modding community could come to the rescue, which they've been doing anyway, if we're being completely honest. Yeah, true, ASR. But it wasn't too long before they started coming out with the newer countries. And they seem to be doing it on a lot faster scale than Simrail, for example. Honestly, Spinner, I think you're right. And I'm actually surprised no companies come out intending to be a TSW competitor. Hence why even in this current market where we've got all the games that you mentioned, they're still on top by far. No way. No. I think that's too extreme. It's too extreme. The signing with Mattel is definitely a huge plus for Dovetail, but I don't think it's gonna affect the Simrail market, for example. No one that plays Simrail, that's currently playing Simrail, and only Simrail, and is a big fan of Simrail, will come to TSW because of Thomas the Tank Engine. Now, if Dovetail do make wise decisions with the funds that they'll get from this feature, then maybe they'll be onto something. But as it stands, if they continue doing what they're doing and how they're doing it, nothing will change. It's like how we always think, oh, the next TSW is going to be the good one, the one where everything changes. Every single year. You will hear that kind of thing every single year. And every single year we get the same thing as before. Oh, sarcastic. Okay. No, it didn't come through. Well, ASL, you have to ask yourself what kind of new player will that particular DLC or that particular partnership bring? Most likely it's going to be kids who then later on in life, when they mature, will maybe start to appreciate the other side, the more realistic side of train simulation and trains in general. But that will take years. And then from there, they start exploring other sims and start thinking, oh wait, hold on a second, this is better. It's gonna take years though. But that partnership is good for train simming in general. I mean, the fact... yeah, I don't know. They do have the Roblox game there, but... yeah, I don't know. For me personally, I think even as a kid... trying to think back realistically to how I was as a kid... at the age that I would have been able to play Thomas the Tank Engine on TSW consciously... I would have already preferred the more realistic side of things anyway. I've always wanted realism in games for as long as I can remember. I've wanted realism in games. So, but then I don't know, it's a different era now, isn't it? It's a different generation. It is all about Roblox. So who knows? Who knows? Maybe they will end up going to Roblox, but you just don't get that experience. You don't get anything near. Like you can play British Rail on Roblox and get a good experience. You don't get that from TSW Tycoon. It shouldn't even be called TSW in the name. It shouldn't even have that in the name. Yeah, I mean, ASR, at the end of the day, only time can tell. You can make speculation based on evidence, quote unquote, but time tells all. You never know. Things are always moving, things are always changing. Man, including Sodor would have been so good. Like, oh man, it's like a no-brainer. From, I don't know, from our perspective, I don't know why they didn't decide to do it. I didn't watch the whole interview they did with whoever, but man, I would have been like, you know what? That's actually pretty decent. But the fact that obviously there was a whole noise about making it a big reveal in the first place, and then only bringing the trains themselves and not Sodor, like, oh man, I don't know. I'm sure they have their reasons, but as it stands, I don't understand. Definitely ASR, definitely. It's not entirely a bad thing. For me, it was number one, how it was marketed, and number two, that it doesn't come with Sodor as a map, as a DLC. It's very strange to only bring the trains themselves, in my opinion. It's a very strange decision. I mean, Wayne, I've enjoyed playing some of the train games on Roblox. Well, I say some. I've only enjoyed British Rail. It's the most realistic one. SCR I don't like. And yeah, there's not really any other one that's up to that same standard. So, I mean, one thing I think a lot of people are forgetting. We have Holiday Express. We've had Holiday Express for a while. It hasn't affected much, you know? So, as much as like on day one, I couldn't wrap my head around it. After thinking on it for a while, it's okay. It's just the fact that it was a big reveal for a train sim, which I think was a little bit disrespectful in its own right, and that they're not including Sodor. Oh, Spinner, the potential from it would have been great. There's a lot there that could have come from that, from bringing in Sodor. A lot. Are you talking about what we have for on the San Bernardino line, ASR? Oh, right, Wayne. Right. I mean, I'm all for doing that thing every now and again. But if it becomes like normal to have that sort of thing in TSW, then my concern would be, obviously I can buy those DLCs or I cannot buy. That's up to me, right? I'm not forced. But my concern would be, if they start being a normal thing, how much effort, how much manpower, how much investment is now being dedicated to that kind of thing, as opposed to actual real life simulation routes and trains. If they had like their own fantasy department, like they created a new one, cool. If you're using what's already available to us and it's taken away from the more realistic, what we've signed up for experience, then I think that would be a problem. I really like this little area. Just feels real. Also, for now, I'll keep the stream going until we finish this service. But I'm not going to lie, boys, if my dinner's ready, I'm going to call it there and then. So, just a heads up. It literally has 2 services. I mean, look, let's be honest. A lot of Barn is a write-off already because of the fact that it doesn't have any new trains anyway. Like, it's already a letdown. They needed to do a lot to make up for that, and they simply haven't. It is what it is. I think we can figure about that one, to be honest, already. I'll pick it up. I'll do my release day streams, and I'll try and do some content on it. But realistically, it's done for, innit? You're on the road Twitch stream with. Hey, then it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. I found that to be a pattern in life, you know. There was a time when I had all the time in the world and I could put all my focus into streaming, but I didn't have the hardware for it. And then when I finally did, so when I was streaming back in 2021. I didn't have the environment anymore. I was streaming from my sister's room. I didn't even have my own room, my own bed, when I was staying over at my parents for a little while. And now, of course, I've got a family. And bills and everything. So there's always a little bit, when this gets taken away, this gets added on. When that gets added on, that gets taken away. C'est la vie. And the IC3M doesn't even go through that route. Well, doesn't an ICE go through that route, but it's not that exact one. It's like an ICE. It's similar though, isn't it, right? It's like the name is similar. I think it's an F somewhere in the name. Oh, ICE2, really? I saw something different in the YouTube chat of the live stream yesterday then. But yeah. I mean, it is what it is, isn't it? It's the closest we've got. 3MF, that was one that I saw in the chat, yeah. I personally wouldn't be too anal about something like that. Yes, it begs the question, if they're not going to bring any new stock, why not tune the already available stock to make it more appropriate? That's a completely valid argument or question. But it's not completely fake at the same time, you know? It's not like putting a Pendolino on Goblin line. Or the Suffragette line. I am so blessed to be playing this in full screen. I'm going to try and play Cyberpunk in full screen later on as well. Maybe OBS is better on performance than Streamlabs. But I don't know why I didn't experience that last time. No doubt I am getting a lot more starters than what I was getting before, but I think it's a small price to pay. And I'm hopefully very close to getting a dedicated streaming PC, so that will help a lot. And we're getting a rebrand soon. I don't think I've officially announced it yet, but we're getting a rebrand. New logo, new emotes, new stream overlay. Everything's going to be looking different very soon. The emotes, I've got the new logo done. It's done. The new emotes are done. And now we're working on the overlay. Well, not me, but my artist, who doesn't charge cheap. But hey, I'd rather get it done well than done cheap. ICE 3MF is just ICE 3MF with TVM and all the different safety systems. Yeah, see, they could have done that. They could have done that. Why not? Why not? And then used it for a future route where it would have been more appropriate, or used even more. Why not? Why not? You're only creating 60 kilometers of track. You got so much manpower available compared to how things normally would be. Come on, man. It's a shame. That's what I mean. It gives the impression of poor work ethic. Maybe they're working their butts off. Maybe. But it don't seem that way. When you see stuff like this. Okay, Wayne. What light are you talking about? Are you talking about like my actual light, or are you talking about like a light in the game? Absolutely, Spinner. Absolutely. 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 They went for, or they just decided they wanted to go for the least effort. Who knows? All I know is if you want to play an actual, if you want a realistic, as realistic as you can get on Roblox train experience, TSW Tycoon will not be the first choice, or the second, or the third, fourth, or fifth. It won't be even be in top 10. There you go, ASR. The list just goes on. That's what I'm saying. Fair enough, Wayne. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I only turn it as bright as I feel like it needs to be. Like right now, it's not on full brightness. It doesn't need to be full brightness. But as long as it looks good to me, I kind of just leave it there. The only issue is my camera's not great, so it's going to exaggerate light a lot of the time. It's a Chinese rip-off camera I got on Amazon for cheap. It's something I've mentioned previously that I need to actually get, that I don't really mention, but I do need a better camera. It's just not a priority right now. And I think you can tell anyway, relative to like the games I play, my camera is a lot lower quality, even though they're both meant to be 1080p. Yeah, but anyway, ASR, it's too much to ask, mate. Way too much to ask. Unfortunately. I see, because they can't be bothered to deal with the headache that it might give them from what bugs might come through. And it always seems like all the DLCs, all the framework, all the coding is very, very, very fragile. Very, very fragile. You can blow on it and it will just fall. So a lot of the time I'm really not surprised they don't go back and revisit old stuff. It's almost like by some miracle they've managed to make it stable. Let's not touch it. That's why like old bugs will just last forever. Because it's probably in their eyes safer to leave those bugs, let those bugs exist, than try and fix them. Spinner. I had never played Roblox before sometime last year, I think. And the only Roblox I know is just memes, right? Roblox memes are like old school footage. So I tried it because it had been requested a few times. I was blown away. by some of the things I saw. Genuine, I could not believe it that this was Roblox. Blown away completely. Oh, bugs reappearing is a classic. AI trains driving with both tail lights and headlights. Classic. They'll fix it. It comes back in the next one. They fix it. It comes back in the next one. That one, that bug comes out in every single DLC, and I'll never forget. I forgot what DLC it was. I really remember. I really wish I remembered, but it didn't come out instantly with that DLC. But it happened after an update to that DLC. Diabolical, man. New York to Trenton, it could have been. Ha! New York to Trenton. What a route. What a route that was in terms of issues, man. To this day, you still hear, as far as I'm aware, you still hear the alarms going off, the safety system alarms going off in AI trains that go past you. To this day. There's still clipping issues to this day. It's just stuff there's not really an excuse for, man. Ah, yes, trains driving with a pantograph style, another classic. This is what I mean, man. Our criticism doesn't come from one minor thing that happened once. It's significant bugs that happen over and over and over and over again. Like, I don't understand. And then they get angry when you use the word lazy. So what we went to, what do you want us to say? You want us to bow down and kiss your feet? I don't get it. I really don't get it. You put out sloppy work and then you cry when you get criticism. It's ridiculous. No accountability, man. Right, it's like they're walking down the street, and on both sides you've got people shouting, skipping down the road. And God forbid you try and wake them to the reality. Oh, hey, that's a classic. Oh, that's a classic. How dare you expect to not have branches clipping through your window? Shame on you. Wow, Spinner. Wow. We also have the I didn't want to do that. One of the London Underground lines in the works. I don't want to say too much about it because the developer kind of leaked it to me. But I need to ask him how that's going. I haven't spoken to him in a while. But that was looking very promising. The videos and stuff that he showed me. It's amazing. Amazing what can be done with a bit of time, effort, passion, hard work. Oh, Wayne. I mean, look. There are people that do enjoy guard mode. And so those people, fair enough. But do you remember when TSW5 first released and the guard mode for West Coast Mainland was completely bugged? No, it was a preview stream. Matt tried to do guard mode in the preview stream and then it was bugged. Is that not embarrassing? Does that not bring a sense of, damn, red face, we need to do better. We need to make up for this. I don't know, man. It's just weird. It's weird. It's weird. Wow, ASR. That is so sick. I would love that. I would love that, man. But nope. And then, usually, with certain things like this, right? When they finally do engage with such conversations, there's no accountability. Oh, yeah, it's because Unreal Engine's not made for a train game. Oh, yeah, but because Simulgraph has its limitations. Come on, man. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. You can't be bothered to exploit your own software that you've created. Where's the love? Where's the passion to make it more, to mature it, to make it grow? Unreal Engine's not made for train sims. No worries. Either find a way to make it work better, because there's clearly a lack of Unreal Engine experience in the dev team, or if you can't be bothered to put in that work and you can't be bothered to hire someone that knows what they're doing for Unreal Engine, go to another engine. Start up a new project. It is what it is. Those who spent their money on TSW can continue to play it, but start another one that you are confident is made for train sims. That you're confident will be stable. Even for every pathetic excuse that they've come up with, there's a point of argument. Don't judge a book by its cover. Yeah, I was humbled, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, because I was very vocal about my doubts. Very vocal. I mean, Roblox, be serious. But yeah, I was humbled completely. Unreal Engine has limitations. Yeah, Unreal Engine does have limitations, man. I mean, yes, ultimately, of course it does. As does everything on this planet. But I mean, listen, let's be honest here. There are things so much more simpler than that, yeah? That they can't be bothered to put work into. And you know, we're aiming for the stars here. We're aiming for the stars. And I hate it, and I hate it because I love the game. I love the game. Why am I sitting here playing it? I enjoy it. And as we've discussed, there's not really much like it. And I think a lot of our complaints are simply for the game to be better. We want the game to be better. We want it to be more. It's like we see this potential that they don't. It's weird. And above all, it's a shame. It's a shame. Wasted potential, man. There's not much worse than wasted potential. What it could have been. What it could be. Ah, man. Yeah, the way your resources will get abused is incredible. I've said it before, but I'll say it again. There's a guy on the forums who had 64 gigabyte of RAM in his system. The game was using like 40 plus. Why is the game using 40 plus gigabytes of RAM? Why? I'm sure it's using it for something. It's not just wasting it. But there's zero efficiency. Zero. He has a 4090. It was using 100% of his GPU. He was stuttering. His game had stutters. On a 4090. Make some effort to implement some DLSS. Cool. Your player base is always complaining about performance. Okay. So let's make some effort into getting some DLSS involved. Some FSR. Something. XCSS. Something. Like, make it at least look like you're trying to work with your community. Just try. Pretend. Lie to us. Try and deceive us. Anything, man. Absolutely, Wayne. You've hit the nail on the head. Absolutely. I agree. Yeah. You've spotted everything you've said. No chance, man. No chance. And don't get me wrong, I understand there's a lot going on with, you know, AI services and big timetables and stuff like that. But, brother, they said that the London to Brighton line was, like, maxed out. Like, there's nothing more they could do. They couldn't get the Class 700s in. Okay. So what do you think somebody that had some modding skills did? They created a timetable and added the Class 700 in. And guess what? I have not read of anyone using that mod experience a single crash. Not myself, or not anyone else has used it. So it's possible. Why did you guys say it's not? It's been proven possible. ASR. They can use that excuse. There was someone on the forum. I mentioned this, I think, yesterday. There was someone on the forum. I don't see them comment anymore. I forgot their name as well. But they would always say how they had a brother, if I'm not mistaken, or somebody close. I think it was their brother, who was working on, who had a team of people working on a game that had the same stuttering issues in Unreal Engine. They also use Unreal Engine, had the exact same issues the same way, and they fixed it. They fixed it. And they kept trying to reach out to Dovetail, and nothing. They kept saying how they wouldn't get a response, and you're seeing it on the forum. They'd be atting stuff and nothing. No, never a response. Never a member of staff replying to one of their their comments. Anyway, the main motive is finances. They're making that finance. It is what it is. We can cry and cry and cry and complain and moan and do whatever. They're making money as a business. That's it. They decided that that's their aim. And cool. Why not? They're allowed to. It is what it is. A deep shame, but I don't think they're breaking any laws. Moral and immoral will always be subjective for the most part. It is what it is. Yeah, that as well. What is that all about? What is that all about? And then the audio limitations. Wasn't it not reverb that they said they couldn't really add that because of the audio limitations of Unreal Engine? Now we've got reverb all of a sudden. Oh, so you managed to make it work. But you were saying it was impossible before. Okay. Cool. Wayne, I'm certain it's not rocket science. I'm certain it's not rocket science, man. It just takes some will. It takes will. I don't even get freezes in ETS2. I can't recall ever having freezes in ETS2, even when I had like low end hardware playing it on a laptop. You'd get obviously low FPS, but that would be it. It would just be a constantly low FPS issue. Yeah, but Wayne, this is their work, bro. This is their work. This is what they get paid for. Like, they're bringing forward a product. You should at least try and do so with some passion, you know? It's very difficult to sell a car without really knowing much about cars. Or being passionate about cars. When you're passionate and you're a car salesman, you know kind of like what to say, what to aim for. What to point out, what maybe not to say. Yeah, I'm just agreeing. I'm agreeing with you. I find that really silly, yeah. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe it makes sense. I don't really understand it, but externally it sounds silly, especially in 2025. But then that's the thing, though. Simrail knows how to use your resources. Train Simrail doesn't. So of course, you're gonna end up with crashing. It abuses your system. It will it will use every part of your system it can, no matter what you have. What about the huge map spinner? The ability to do up to 4-5 hour services. Yeah. It uses everything it possibly can from a system and it still performs badly. Yeah. Yeah. And the lighting. Let's not skip over the lighting. The lighting in Simra is incredible. I think that deserves its own mention. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah. You got like so many different services on one. You got the locals, the regional expresses, all the different types of freight that then also operate on their lines. And of course, just the general kind of chaos that multiplayer brings. I don't mean chaos in terms of like annoying issues, but you know, you're not always going to have a green signal run. You're not always going to have a smooth experience. As a dispatcher, you might have to clear up some issues. It's just always a fresh experience, right? You could run the same service at the same time and have a different experience every time. I mean, I haven't played it myself, Spinner, but I've heard some criticisms towards it being a sim. I don't know the details of that. At this point in the bill, don't worry about it. Actually, no, yeah, if you can change it to MBTA and West Coast Mainline over SHAP, WCML OS. That's it. You could even remove scenarios from the title. Absolutely ASR, yeah, absolutely. SEHS is just one of the all-time greats, man, in my opinion. It doesn't get mentioned enough. Thank you, Nabil. West Coast Mainline operative system. Yeah, Wayne, yeah. And then it puts a bit of pressure on you as well, which is always nice. Right, boys. If you don't make it to the end of this route and this stream crashes, it's been a pleasure. See you later on for some cyberpunk. Ooh. I will do, Wayne. Maybe not instantly, but I will tend to it before Cyberpunk's before the Cyberpunk stream. Yeah, it was what Wayne said that saw. It just feels like more of a train world because of its size, because of its variety. You don't really get that feeling in TSW unless you're driving a route with a lot of traffic. Oh, this ain't my red, is it? I panicked then for a second. And just like that, we're back to 60 FPS. We went down to us what felt like 15 to 20, and then just like that, we're back up to 60 in the same, relatively the same area. A lot of the time, Wayne, yeah. Yeah. Scenery can look nice in Cimmeral. It can look nice. It's not exactly a strong point, but it can look nice, in my opinion. Okay, fair enough, Spinner. Yeah, I think that sounds pretty good. Yeah, fair. Fire alarm testing community. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Yeah. I guess so. And I mean, it represents, if it's not going to do a one-to-one scale, I guess it represents the area that it goes through pretty well. But I will be leaving it there, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining me this evening. Sorry for the delay and the issues, but we finally managed to get it going. And we've hit 3 hours plus. So, yeah, all things considered, I think that was pretty decent. They even got that name trademarked. Actually diabolical. Who should we raid? If you don't have anyone specific that you want to raid, I'll have a look at who's about streaming TSW. And we can shift some viewership to them. If you lot don't have anyone, which doesn't look like you do, I will send you over to this stream. Can share some love. And yeah, I will leave it there. Why was the timer so little? Why was it only 10 seconds? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll be back later on with some Cyberpunk. Hopefully on time. We'll try. If not, then check the Discord as per usual. !Discord in the chat for the link to the Discord. You are all invited if you're not part yet. And yeah, until the next time I see you guys, have a lovely rest of your day. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Stay safe. Health is wealth. And until the next one, take care. Peace out.